Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome back. Thanks for joining me again. Hopefully you are have already seen the first lesson, right? This is lesson 2. And I really want to make these lessons as friendly and interactive as possible. I want to kind of use a little bit of teacher intuition to figure out what you're going to have trouble with so I can address it in the lesson itself, which is something I feel like a lot of lessons don't give you. So anyway, welcome to lesson 2. Lesson 1, we basically went over the parts of the guitar and some very simple finger exercises that we're using just to simply create a physical relationship with the instrument itself. Today, I want to give you the names of the strings, also the names of the notes for the first 12 frets, and then we're going to do something called treble clef. Treble clef is as much a finger exercise as it is note recognition, and it can also help you in aiding in reading down the line. But we're probably not going to be doing too much reading with this course because that's like a completely separate undertaking. But nonetheless, let's get started. You have your 6 strings, okay? You have string 6, which is E, string 5, which is A, string 4, which is D, string 3, which is G, and then string 2, which is B, and then finally string 1, which is E. Now the musical alphabet only uses the letters A through G, and then it starts over. But that's only 7 notes, and we have 12 frets. So basically we're going to be teaching you the natural notes, and we're also going to be teaching you about sharps and flats, okay? Now a sharp is just another note that's above the note that you just played. So for example, if I played a G and I went 1 note higher, we would call that a G sharp because it is higher than the letter you just came from. If we were on G and we were going lower, so here's G, we're going to go lower, that's going to be a G flat. So the G flat is lower than the G. The sharp is higher to raise, the flat is lower to diminish, and to lower. All right, so let's just go through. I'm only going to name the notes on string 6 because if you're able to memorize and understand that, you can apply it to all the other strings. So 6 open is E, 6-1 is F, 6-2 F sharp, 6-3 is G, 6-4 G sharp, 6-5 is A, 6-6 is A sharp, 6-7 is B, 6-8 is C, 6-9 is C sharp, 6-10 is D, 6-11 is D sharp, and then 6-12, also known as your double dot. Your guitar should have 2 dots on that fret. That is the octave of the open string, which is E. All right, so we've done the natural notes and the sharps ascending. Now we're going to descend and go backwards, naming the natural notes and the flats, okay? So starting on 12, we have E, 11 is E flat, 10 is D, 9 is D flat, 8 is C, 7 is B, 6 is B flat, 5 is A, 4 is A flat, 3 is G, 2 is G flat, 1 is F, and then again the open, the root, E. Okay? Now you're probably wondering why some of these notes don't have sharps, like there's no E sharp, and why some don't have flats, like there's no C flat. The short answer to this is just simply it's for the ease of language. Think of music theory kind of like the English language and the grammar that goes along with it. So there's actually one major scale, and this will happen further down the line, but just to give you a little bit of insight on this, there's one major scale that actually uses the spelling C flat. But as you know, there's a C here, and then but below it's a B. We don't call it C flat in a natural setting. But however, in the key of G flat major, because there's already a B flat in the scale, we then determine that C and call it a C flat. Because otherwise, we would actually be playing a B flat and a B. And the rule with major scales, in all diatonic scales, is that you need to represent every letter once. So representing a B flat and a B, we're doubling up on the B and we don't have a C. So it's much easier from a language perspective, I like to think of it as grammar, to just call that note a C flat. All right? So very simple stuff. Now let's go through treble clef. Treble clef will help you read music, specifically the clef known as treble clef. And that would be like on guitar, you have treble clef. It does include some notes that roll into bass clef, but we're still going to consider it treble clef. Treble clef is what piano players read in their right hand. So let's just go through. This is going to be an all natural scale that's going to encompass the first 3 frets of the guitar. All right, so here we go. We're gonna go open E, we're gonna go F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Okay? So from the low open E all the way up to the high G on 1-3, string 1, fret 3, we've encompassed all of the natural notes of the musical alphabet at least once, if not twice, and in some cases 3 times, depending on the letter. And this is considered the first position on guitar, so knowing those notes is really important for pretty much everything, right?